Alright, so let's change the music to answers and let's start exploring Eorzea during the 7th Umbral Calamity. It's a little slow because I spawned like Gobus outside the wall as well as some NPCs and some monsters inside the town. So this is the first time I'm ever going to be walking around in the Dalamud sky and the music. So here we got a very menacing chimera there. I try to spawn in the monsters, at least that I've seen in the videos. So what we're going to do is I'm going to explore the town, and then we're going to go outside, and then anywhere else will be in future videos. They'll just be well, there's God, it just appeared out of nowhere. The other places in Eorzea will just be in no commentary videos. There's a very menacing meteor there. Try to turn the volume up a little bit. You gotta be immersed. Yeah, it really sets off a different feel. It's like the long journey I started in April, doing all these videos and holding this whole essentially historic moment in the game's history until now. Now for here, I had to teleport into a separate zone. I've actually had Thinkers spawned in here, but we'll have to go to another zone for that. So first I'll go outside the town, and I'll show you what I did with the Gobu wall. The unfortunate thing is that, so I do have all the zones music set to answers, but the skybox I actually had to change because I haven't been able to figure out how to just set the sky to be this sky when I load up the map server. Okay, we got the Guardian ships overhead. Actually going to turn the ambient down a little bit with the music. There we go. There's also a thing I noticed too. I'm gonna walk back over here. So I almost forgot this. So in this game, when you change the weather, it actually spawns in certain assets. So like, this thing wasn't here when you have Ul'dah up normally. And I found this out when I was doing like the boss battles. Like they'll spawn in certain assets, so like, ooh, it's getting really slow over here. So like these flags will spawn in, or banners I should say. Like even if I just change the sky, see how they just sort of spawn in like that. Yeah, so they just... It's kind of weird, like, the weather changes, but it also spawns in assets. It's starting to get daytime, too. I would fight these enemies, but I set their life to about 8,000, so... They would take forever to kill, and the character probably would die. Okay, so let's go outside to the Gobu wall. And since I didn't really have, you know, the original player characters that were here, so I just spawned in a bunch of, like, storm sergeants and, like, just people around Eorzea. So the easiest way to do this was I had to spawn them in as enemies. Because it'd be a pretty monumental task just, like, spawning them. We got chocobos here. Oh, and there's one other thing about the Gobu. For some reason, because as you can see here, the chocobos, they're all each specific to the city. But for some reason, there is no model for the Gobu mount. I looked through the whole FF14 tool with all the Gobus, spawning them in, and for some reason, they're not like the Gobu mount. And my theory is that they might be bound to a player character model. That'd be just my theory. So I pretty much just spawned in just normal Gobu, so not legit, but it's a thing. So yeah, so we got Storm Sergeants here, which their names just appear as white because they're just sort of spawned in as enemies. So let's go out further from the city so that way we can actually get... And I spawned some monsters out here, but let's get farther out so we can actually see this. Because it's so obstructed by the buildings in Ul'dah. So it's like, wow, that's just amazing. Like, just the feel that this gives off. And we're gonna do each city, of course. That'll be the videos with commentary. And then I'll do Kurthez and Mordana, of course, with commentary. And that's the thing I've been planning for a while, was doing no commentary videos, sort of like ASMR with different parts, different aspects of the game. Yeah, it's just an incredible looking. I wonder if there's like a... Try to go back further. Oh, guess I can't walk up that. I want to get a better vantage point over here. Maybe we'll just walk right over here. I could just nudge my character up here. There we go. Kind of just turn off the UI here, that we can appreciate the view. So this event was the whole reason why I was curious about the 1.0. Because since I finished Endwalker, it was one of those things where I kind of wanted to know where it all started with this game. And surprisingly, with my luck, I still had my original copy of the game. And I found the Project Meteor server, a private server, that it's still an in-progress server, software that's being worked on. Some progress has been made, like with the questing and stuff, thanks to Lizard Dizzles. Pretty much after these videos, I'm going to do the Gridania quest. And then after that, I'm probably going to start working on, like, the quests myself, too. Because there are some side quests that we can do, and I plan on doing that as well. But yeah, it's ever since I finished Endwalker, I became curious, and that's when I found out about this, like, you know, the Gobu wall and everything. And personally, I have played the 1.0 version, sort of. I think it was definitely around when Yoshi P was updating it, because I do remember this interface being just like what we see here. But I've only played it for like maybe 10 minutes, and then because of school and stuff like that, I ended up not really feeling another MMO. That's when I sort of stopped. So I've only played it maybe about 10 minutes. But ever since I finished Endwalker and learned about this, I kind of just became obsessed with trying to get this whole server to work and just exploring Eorzea, like what it once was. And now we can explore what it was essentially being destroyed. And actually, why don't we warp to the end? I have to make sure to change the sky back, because right now it'll be on the default sky. And my guess is the enemies are probably despawned, because I'm in a different zone. But I'll go where Thinkrid is. Unfortunately, like, so I have Thinkrid, Yida, and Papalimo and Jistola spawned into the locations of where they were praying at in the trailer. But they don't have like a praying sort of animation. So I kind of just put them just standing there. Okay, how do we get over here? Okay, we'll go this way. Oh, these doors do work. For some reason, I didn't think they worked. Yep, I'm going the right way. Oh, right up here. And this area is closed off in the Realmborn. It's actually open in 1.0. It's closed off due to the Calamity. So here's Stankred right here. He's getting ready to do his, praying stuff. I can't talk to him because he's not, programmed to say anything. And I do plan on doing a video of all the locations for these Guardian Stones, I believe that's what they're called. Because I discovered one in, like, middle of Nosha, and I was like, oh, that'd be a cool video to do. So that video is going to be done pretty soon here. See, where should we go next? We could go down the alleyway here. Oh, there is something I want to actually have to... It's actually something I want to show you guys. Because a part of the final event of 1.0 was the Aetherites. They're changed the Aetherites. I changed every single one in the zones to look like this, so I'm not sure if the major cities had this one, but I figure why not? You can just see what it looks like. So that's really cool. Oh, I had to change the sky. That's one of the problems about this. It should have loaded. Alright. Because I think from what I read on the Project Meteor wiki is that the client has the plain sky set as default, so it would be a matter of trying to see if we can change it within the client files, which may be possible. Give you different shots of Ul'dah. And actually, I'm just gonna set up real quick my method here of keeping the UI turned off, which is just a simple C clamp on my keyboard. So now we won't have that annoying UI in the way. Oh, there's the airship up there. Let's go up this way, because we haven't been over here. Yeah, all those Gobus are really slowing down the server. It's also probably because the graphics are turned up way high. can't really see the meteor at all in Ul'dah. Yeah, you can definitely get that feeling of like what kind of the players were feeling back then. But see, I think the main difference is this is a game that I could just load up like tomorrow. So I guess the feeling is not 100% there because the players back then actually knew that, you know, the game they were playing were essentially being shut down. So I guess, yeah, there is a slightly different feeling towards it. So I can't say it's exactly the same. And something I'm also interested in doing is if anybody has any questions, I'd like to do a Q&A video of just answering anybody's questions. So if you have a question, just leave it in the comments in this video, and I'll put it. I can't talk. I'll put together a video, like a Q&A video. Nudge my character, maybe about 15. That looks good. Oh, here, I'm gonna really quickly. You hear me unlatching my seat clamp there. I'm gonna turn off the sound effects. Now it's just more of a camera flying around. It's just so like cool to be in the actual game world, not just watching a video. That's weird. You can actually see the inside of the hallway there. Huh. That is weird. So yeah, this video is just specifically going to be Ul'dah. The next video we'll probably just do either Gridania or Lenosha. I haven't decided which one is going to be next. So it might actually just be Gridania. And then after I get done with the major areas, then we'll go into each, like, we'll go out further out here and look at everything else. Like I said, those will just be like, no commentary videos, me just walking around. That way, not every video, it's just me talking over it. So let's actually go to the other. I didn't even think about spawning Gobus on the other entrance here. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. Kind of just leave it off at a good view here. Like I said, the next video will probably just be looking at Gridania next. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe for more FF14 videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Warriors of Light.